Hello friends! Oh my gosh, it is March Mammal Madness and I just love using cards with mammals on them. When I say mammals, any kind of furry fun critter, that's a mammal. It is March Mammal Madness and here I am sharing probably about 50 or so cards that have mammals or a theme of animals with them. So if you love animals or you have people that love animals and you want to make cards with animals on them, this video is for you. Alright, I'm going to start with some of the stamps that I love near and dear to my heart, and that is Tailored Expression stamps, and then I make all of these into cards. I have Colorado Craft Company stamps that I have used to make some of these cards, and then I have some stamps by Blue Night Stamps, which I love. So I'm just going to kind of go through them quickly, and you can just enjoy the show and tell, because I make these I'll just make cards year after year and send them out, and sometimes I make a lot of animal cards, and so this is the byproduct of like all of last year's cards that I've just painted. So with Tailored Expressions, I love Gus and Gertie. They have a whole line of Gus and Gertie stamps, and they are just so fun. I use them all the time. I think they've been out for years now, a couple, 4 or 5 years even, but they're so fun. This is from the Cute Critters stamp set, and I just use Corrine markers. I use Corrine markers for this. This is like a summer otter set that I used, and I stenciled the background with the wave stencil, and so it turned out pretty cute. I was playing around with how I wanted to paint these critters, so I would have probably changed a little bit, but it's still a card and it'll be cute for a friend. They also make cute little scenes with a raccoon. Anyways, I found this to be adorable. It's so fun. Here's another Gus and Gertie one. And I just made a simple background. I was just playing with my brush handling, and I was just having fun in the background, and I thought, what could I do? And I decided to put Gus and Gertie on, and I use Corrine markers to color this. But Gus and Gertie really is a good stamp set. This is really fun. I used Daniel Smith Primatech colors. I believe this is like a jade. Jade is just a very simple jade wash with some iridescent gold, and you get this really beautiful marbling effect. And then I just simply watercolored the bunny and the florals around it, and it turned out gorgeous. This is a stamp set, and I actually got the idea from the studio, and I just cased it. I also love the hedgehog stamp set. This is a stencil die combo, and then I just stamped a background stamp to get more bang out of my buck, I guess, out of it. But I made a series so that I could send them to friends that like mammals and porcupines, and I don't know, it's just fun. And then this is actually Brusho that I used, and then I use watercolor pencils for the llama. And I have some boys in my life that love llamas. So that is Tailored Expressions. Now let's go into Anita Jerome's illustrations that turned into stamps from Colorado Craft Company. Oh my goodness sakes, they are so much fun. So the stamp set is actually just like, I just stamped the dog and the cat, and then I added the background with watercolor, and it was a really simple thing, but it turned out lovely. Same thing with this. This was just some topiaries and a little cat, but I really loved it. I really wanted to play with my texture, almost like the cat was, I don't know, somewhere. It's so fun. I love these stamps because you really play and do a lot of open-ended sort of washes with these stamps. This one was done with a granulating watercolor. That's why it's just kind of simple wash. And I just wanted a little bit of yellow to show that there's sun, because, you know, it says friends are the sunshine of life. So that one's really kind of just simple, and I don't know, I have a lot of doggy moms in my life. Same thing, just different, same stamp, same everything, but instead I just used a different color palette, right? I used more of a, this is more muted and this is more brighter. High key low-key. Anyways, this one is always fun. This one was pretty simple. I didn't spend a lot of time on this, but it'll be nice to send as like a card to a friend that might want some sunshine in their life. Again, I love playing with my washes and just give a simple look because I think the stamp can really do a lot, and I just want to play with my watercolors. So this is a good example of that. There's also some with cats. Colorado Craft Company really does a great job. Anita Jerome, who illustrates the stamp, does a great job of adding beautiful sentiments or quotes with her stamp set, and I really like this one for teamwork, and it turned out lovely. I always say that. Okay, so I bought this stamp set for like anniversaries and to say that I love you. We love foxes in our home, and so I just think this is so fun. So romantic, and it reminds me of Robin Hood a little bit. It's just so beautiful. And I know, so this watercolor was done with the Schmincke's granulating watercolor, and the Shire green is all in here, and it's so fun to play with. All right, and then bunny rabbits and family, like I'm so happy we get to do life together. I wanted it to be simple. I really wanted the sentiment to stand out, and I plan on giving this one to my husband for anniversary. And then I actually have a video on how I painted this. This one is like a beautiful sun, like spring sort of Easter card. I just love it. It turned out lovely. All right, so another stamp set or stamp company that I love is called Blue Knight Stamps. Blue Knight Stamps is a small family-owned company like Tailored Expressions is, and they produce red rubber stamps, and they do a lot of beautiful country scenes. And so this, you'll see a bunch of different country scenes. This one is one of my most popular cards. I always send them out to my friends and family. You could probably make this almost like a Christmas card if you wanted to. You just change the colors from like browns to blues maybe. But this one is one of my favorites, and it's from Blue Knight Stamps. It's a full stamp, so you just stamp it on Archival ink, and then you watercolor it and let the stamp do most of the work. Same thing with this. Now this one is done, except for if I need to, I could put a sentiment right here or right here, but we love wolves in our house. I think they're beautiful. And so this stamp is a silhouette stamp, so everything that's black is a stamp, and then you can just paint your skies and really get some beautiful effects that way. I love painting skies. It just makes me so happy. And this is a fun stamp. These two are great stamps to play with your sky and backgrounds, so you can get some really cool effects with those two stamps. And of course I can't forget about whales. I got this stamp because we were going to go to SeaWorld, and I had a couple people that I wanted to give cards to when we were at SeaWorld. So I painted this, and I believe this is the last one I have because I've used them all. I think I painted 8 of them, and so this is the last one. So I probably could use another set of those. But anyways, I also love, they have some horses, and I enjoy using Brusho. This is all Brusho. I also have this one. This one's kind of a fun thing. I actually put washi tape on the bottom just to give it some extra pizzazz. And I added some cute birds. So this is the same stamp as this one, but I added some birds. And I think they're both really well done. Totally different. I like the birds here. The birds would definitely add here as well, but you know, I got to keep some cards open-ended because you never know when you need a card for a male or for a female who likes to hunt. But anyways, and they also have beautiful stamps where it's like you just stamp and all you have to do is put a little bit of wash. Like all I did was add blue around the brown, and then I added a little bit of a wash to the tree and to the legs of the panda and a little bit of green to the leaves, and I was done. I think it literally took me less than 5 minutes to paint, and how lovely is that? Here's another horse, totally different than the Brusho horse, and I love stamps that I can just totally change up. This one is again with Schmincke Super Granulating Watercolor. It is just fantastic. So anyways, and then I have some other stamp sets that are just different. They're from, like I got the Bambi stamps from Barnes & Noble. They have like magazines from, I think, the UK, and the UK was able to, I don't know, get like Bambi stamps. So I had to snatch them up because I love Bambi. And then I just added sentiments to it that worked. And so this one, I wanted to use Bambi. It's such a cute stamp. And then I just added, I left room for a sentiment, and I didn't know what sentiment until I saw that sentiment in my stash. And I, again, don't know who made this sentiment step, but there's lots of, Taylor Expressions has some really beautiful sentiments along with Colorado Craft Company. So, you know, you mix them up and you use what you got, and that's what I did. I also did this one. I thought this would be beautiful for like a, whoops, for a Mother's Day card, or maybe like a baby card, like a nursery card. I don't know. Anyways, I really enjoyed that. And the Unity stamp has some beautiful animal stamps. This one's fun. I got this one because I have a couple family members that love national parks, and like national parks reminds me of moose, or yeah. And so anyways, I got that one for my sister-in-law, and for other family members that like to be in nature, and it's just fun. Anyways, Unity Stamp also has a bunch of Winnie the Pooh cards, and I'm a big Disney fan, so this one I thought would be perfect. And I then just added some pattern paper that I thought would be fun, that worked with the yellow and the blues that I painted on, and so that's what I came up with. I don't always pick the pattern paper. It has to match, it has to marry the colors that I watercolor. And here's a simple one that I thought would be fun for like just a thank you, or something for a friend that I will definitely use. Okay, so also shaker cards are a thing, and I love making shaker cards. If you are new to shaker cards, please try them. They are really fun, and everyone who gets one is like, this is so fun to play with. This one is a cow. An Angus cow, because Iowa is famous for their Angus beef, and Angus cows are very dark and black, like they're black, and so it was really kind of a fun way to just play. I will probably send this to a family member that actually raises Angus beef. I have this beautiful whale and shaker card. It will probably be for a baby boy, but I might be able to put a sentiment right down here or something. I just really love how it is. It's just so simple, and I think it'd be perfect for like a 1-year-old's birthday party card. You're right. So anyways, but I don't even think you need a sentiment. It's so perfect. But you could put like I could stamp happy birthday right down there if I wanted to. And then we also, in Iowa, we have a lot of piggies. And so I was thinking of like the state fair, and this one is so fun. I have family that like pigs as well, so eventually I will find the perfect sentiment to go right here and put it on, and it'll be perfect. It'll be a perfect card for somebody, but I don't know if it's going to be a birthday card or a thank you card or a thinking of you. So I want to leave it the way it is until I know exactly who to give that to. And it'll take me, 5 minutes to get a cute little sentiment on, and it'll be done. So anyways, I hope you found this video to be inspiring. I really, truly have so much fun painting with animals, and and using animals in my creative practice. So if this video helped you, give it a big thumbs up. And I'm so glad that we have animals to put on our cards and to make life happier. So happy March Mammal Madness. Get some animal stamps and make some animal cards. I hope this inspired you, and we'll talk to you soon.